of 31 Days of Halloween. And today we're starting a brand new franchise. Today with this video, I'm going to start reviewing the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Yes, the classic Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Excuse me. And so today we're going to be talking about the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984, directed by Wes Craven. And the film stars Heather Langenkamp, John Saxon, Ronnie Blakely, Robert Englund, and Johnny Depp in his very first ever film role. And the plot of A Nightmare on Elm Street, you probably already know what it is, but just in case you don't, A Nightmare on Elm Street follows Nancy Thompson and her friends, who are all targeted by Freddy Krueger, a man who has a burnt face and glove, and he basically will kill you if you fall asleep. And so we basically follow Nancy and her friends as they try to survive Freddy Krueger. And that's your plot of A Nightmare on Elm Street. A Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, what needs to be said about A Nightmare on Elm Street that hasn't been said countless times? This movie is a classic. I love A Nightmare on Elm Street. This is a movie I've always loved. I've always loved it ever since I first saw them. I think I saw them when they first came out on TV, and then later on down the road, I was able to watch the uncensored version because when things are on TV, they're cut out for content or they're edited for content. Unless apparently it shows up on IFC, then everything is uncensored because apparently IFC never censors their movies, which I find odd, but okay. But yeah, A Nightmare on Elm Street, this is a classic, man. I mean, A Nightmare on Elm Street, what's not to love about A Nightmare on Elm Street? It's a classic. Directed by Wes Craven, who would eventually direct the Scream movies. And Wes Craven is a horror legend. I mean, this guy, all the way from A Nightmare on Elm Street to Scream to the People Under the Stairs, Scream, just all the good stuff, man. I mean, Wes Craven's a horror legend. I mean, and A Nightmare on Elm Street is one of his best movies, if not his best, if not the greatest movie of all time. There's nothing wrong with A Nightmare on Elm Street. As far as the cast goes, the cast is great. Excuse me. The cast is great. You've got Heather Langenkamp as Nancy Thompson. She's great. You've got Johnny Depp in his very first film role that he was ever in. You have John Saxon as Don Thompson, the policeman. Amanda Wise as Christine, as Tina. She has one of the best death scenes in the movie, the most iconic one. Actually, that's not true. The most iconic death scene comes from Johnny Depp. And I swear, that scene is just... That scene is brilliantly shot. His death scene is... Wow. I mean, the first time I saw that, my jaw was dropped the entire time that scene was going on. Like, wow. And then, of course, you've got Tina's death, which is iconic too, but it's not as iconic as Johnny Depp's death in this movie. And then you have the horror legend himself, Robert Englund, as the infamous Freddy Krueger. He's great. You do get a backstory with him. The parents of Springfield burned him alive, and which I'm going to talk about that in the remake when I do the remake, because the remake is just but the remake is just terrible. but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that when we get to it. But I mean, yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street is just a classic. You've got just great scenes in this movie. And speaking of Lin Shaye, she's in this movie. She plays a teacher. She's only credited as teacher. Um, so that's great. Robert Shane makes a guest appearance. He has two uncredited appearances. He plays a newscaster, and then he plays a radio host. Um, and oh, I forgot about Nancy's mom. She's great. Yeah, she's great. So everybody in the cast is great. You've got great kills, great special effects, great score, great direction by Wes Craven. I mean, what's not to like about A Nightmare on Elm Street? This is a classic movie. And I have to agree with what critics are saying. A Nightmare on Elm Street is one of the greatest movies, if not the greatest horror movie ever made. Like, this is a classic movie. How can you not like A Nightmare on Elm Street? And if you don't like A Nightmare on Elm Street, what the hell is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? This is a classic movie. so, yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is great. I love A Nightmare on Elm Street so much. And so, on a scale of 1 to 4 stars, I'm giving A Nightmare on Elm Street a perfect 4 out of 4 stars. I mean, it deserves a 4 out of 4 stars. I mean, it does. And that's my review of Nightmare on Elm Street, and that completes day 6 of 31 Days of Halloween. So next time on Nightmare on Elm Street movie review, I will talk about the second Nightmare on Elm Street movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. So that's next time on Nightmare on Elm Street movie review. Until then, I'm Dawson. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 7 of 31 Days of Halloween. See you later.